Just a little something I had prepared once you agreed to raid with me.
Oh my god.
You better take that off before I rip it off.
Okay.
You welcome us, won't you?
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Nice to meet you.
Hello everyone, this is Venus Brown and I am back with another episode of Solo Leveling. This is episode 10 called What Is This? A Picnic? Now, when I first saw that title, I was thinking that it was Jinyu that saying something about like whatever they were fighting was so easy, it was like a picnic. But then I remembered that the healer had like called him out on his debt, that he was supposed to take her out to dinner or something like that. So I'm thinking this has to do with their date, that she's going to be like, what is this, a picnic? Now, I don't know if she'll be happy about it or not happy. Generally, I like picnics unless there's a lot of ants and stuff, but I find them more like personal, private, like that kind of thing than a dinner, unless you're doing dinner at home. But like most dinners out in public, they're like right around everybody. Whereas a picnic, I don't know, I feel like you can make it nicer and make it just more cozy, I think. So I think that's why I tend to like stuff like picnics better, I think, for a romantic gesture when you go out to dinner or whatever. But I guess we'll see how she reacts.
I don't even know if I've ever been on it. I know we had that picnic basket, but I don't remember.
We've been, but we don't go on them often, and I'm pretty sure you were kind of young when we last went on one. And there do tend to be ants involved and stuff like that. A lot of times we'll just go to a park, set up on one of the park benches, so that we're at least not on the ground getting all up in the ants on the ground. It's a little easier to control the bugs and stuff like that if you're up off the ground. So.
And the healer's name is Juhi.
Juhi.
Yeah, when I was trying to remember it, I kept thinking of the like S rank lady instead of her.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we should go ahead and get this episode started.
Jinyu, you know you've changed a lot.
A lot's happened.
Yeah, very true. I'm too timid for this job. I purposely stuck with the D&E ranks. Those low-ranked raids were how I met you, though. I found myself healing you over and over again. At first, I was a little annoyed. You got back up and kept fighting. That passionate fire in your eyes never flickered out.
Mm-hmm. Resilience.
It's burned in my mind. We promised that we would go out to eat somewhere, but you should have this back.
Can I know why?
I'm retiring as a hunter. Yeah, I'm moving back home.
Try to convince her to, like, join you or something.
Fair enough.
Aw, come on.
I mean, I don't know how safe that would be.
When that happens, I'll cash in our rain check.
I just feel like them working together, he could get her courage up and... I imagine she would have reason to use her skills.
Frankly, I don't see an E rank like you having a hand in Teshik's defeat. I was the one who tested you for a potential reawakening, after all. But I do feel compelled to give you a warning. You and that D rank may have painted targets on your backs. It just so happens that Dongsuk's brother is Dongsu Huang. If he isn't after you two, I would be shocked. His brother died, while you and some other low rank made it out alive. S ranks aren't bound by law. With that much power, they can choose to bring about miracles or absolute destruction. One of the monsters that even monsters fear is out for your blood, Jinyu-sung.
Yeah, and you might want to warn the other kid too, because,
I suggest you take your family and leave the country as soon as you can.
I think it's possible that he has already or is going to. And I also think that he feels less like it's important since he's a rich kid and probably has a lot more protection.
One more reason I need to get stronger. What am I looking at here?
This is our strike team. When making my selections, I prioritize people who have reasons they can't work, and people who are having trouble getting by.
be injured and drunk made the cut?
Hey, man.
It really works better for us, so yeah.
Bro, is that a kid?
Minors can raid as long as they've awakened. And she has, so it's okay.
That's kind of rude. I'm a qualified hunter, not a kid.
You're still a kid.
You're in high school though, right? You raided before?
Well, no.
Guessing you're E rank?
What's it matter what rank I am?
Touché. Gino and I will be the only ones who go through the gate.
You two really want to clear this thing by yourselves? While the rest of us get 3 million big ones just for sitting
I
around?
mean, I think in Korea, technically she's an adult, but she's, like, barely an adult.
It's 3 million for every raid. Not half bad since you aren't required to fight, huh?
And he's not wearing all his gear this time.
Yeah.
Catch is, you can't talk about per the contract. You'll have to pay us back 10 times what we paid you.
Stealth stone I got from beating Tishik Kong. Let us well use it now.
I mean, I don't know why you didn't use it earlier.
You ready, boss?
Okay, now he's
What
got
are you on?
even worse gear. Oh my god,
Armor
dude.
special ordered from Italy.
Over the top.
It's a little something I had prepared once you agreed to raid with me.
Oh my god.
You better take that off before I rip it off.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like it's only gonna cause more harm than good.
Seriously. Oh my god.
And there's really no point with
Onward.
Gino.
Kid, you need to like do some practices or something before you go on these things.
Gotta admit, I'm nervous though.
Yeah, I wonder
What did I
what
just
kind
say?
of
At least let me keep the helmet.
person,
Fine.
like, hunter he is. Like, if he's a warrior or a healer or an assassin or what.
Should we let them raid it alone? It feels sort of wrong. We warned them, and they paid in advance, so whatever happens, happens.
Those two greenhorns don't have a damn clue what they're getting into.
So, it's 3 o'clock when he said that.
Songy must be skipping class
I'm assuming they'll show the clock again when they come out.
How long's it been? About an hour now, but it would take a normal squad at least 2 hours to clear, so get comfy. Huh?
I guess they ran away.
Look! The gate's closing! No. They beat the boss?
We're moving, everyone! Got 2 more dungeons to clear. Or would you rather leave the other 6 million you could earn today on the table?
Real? Who are these guys?
Oh my god. How are they gonna keep their mouth shut though?
Hey, I'm done mine.
Like,
Good.
I know they made the deal and everything, but I'm just imagining loose lips sink ships.
I
like,
mean, they're
people
being paid a
sometimes-
lot for
Yeah.
free, so
Heading out.
Dude, more work today?
I doubt they would purposefully tell anyone.
right. I think though eventually I would be like, holy shit, like I'd feel like I have to tell somebody, like, this is so incredible and crazy. It doesn't make any sense.
Has he had that skill this whole time?
Wasn't fun earning the stealth skill, but man, is it useful. Oh, the dash skill leveled up.
I saw the down arrow. I thought something went down.
I feel unstoppable.
As soon as I snag all the goods, we can be on our way.
I think if I were the kid, I'd start talking to him, like trying to figure out, like, what the heck's going on.
My new skills are handy. They'd be a lot handier if I had the mana to use them longer. Wasn't aware there was a target level I was supposed to be aiming for. Job change quest?
Recent bids for the local C-rank dungeon gates.
150 million? Who in their right mind blows that much money at once, let alone multiple times?
Yeah, he's just like, he's drawing so much attention.
I think right now his view is that he's with a rich guy and that they're gonna assume that it's a
Right.
rich guy.
Never heard of this Gino Yu character that's leading them.
He's the son of Eugene Construction's president.
Yeah.
The Eugene construction? Seems excessive for a rich kid playing hunter. E-rank Jinu Sung?
They threw together a band of misfits and randos.
Is this the same Jinu Sung from the double dungeon incident?
Mm-hmm.
There's something here. I can smell it.
Mm-hmm. Is this a picnic?
Hey, sorry we're late.
Huh? You won't hear me complain.
On to the next.
Man, you've got to be dead tired.
Oh, I gotcha.
What?
Nothing.
There have been 3 huge disasters Hunter Sung survived despite the casualties. A reawakening is the only explanation that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
There's a promising rookie out there I'd like to go scout. There's a plot twist. What is this, a picnic?
This place is a restricted area.
Is it okay for you to be this close?
I'm not a kid, so stop treating me like one. You can treat me like a hunter.
If you're a hunter, then are you on the strike team in charge of this gate?
Yes.
Gotcha! He could be a big find. I see. Sorry for disturbing you.
The captain's back! Get ready to move out, guys! Hey, do you have any raids scheduled for tomorrow? I remember there's something I gotta go do.
I reserved a couple. Want me to cancel? I can hold on to them for another 2 days.
Okay, why don't we go ahead and delay?
Consider them delayed. Sorry about the wait. Come on, let's get moving.
Somebody's having nightmares. I think. Oh, him. Yeah. The one that wants to clear that island.
Yeah.
That same dream. It's almost time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jeju Island was a dungeon break, but I'm curious what the dungeon looked like before it broke.
I apologize.
I don't think they
if this
ever
is sudden. I'm
talk
currently
about
the
that.
manager of the team for the White Tiger Guild.
I think it's interesting. We mostly see people from the Tiger Guild, yet I don't see a whole lot of anybody from any of the other guilds, really.
I'm sure my guild's reputation precedes itself. We're always on the lookout for promising new talent. We'll pay double what Eugene Construction does. If you have any additional conditions, just let me know.
How about, under the condition you wait until I'm done?
He's bound to say yes.
I doubt it.
What's White Tiger HQ valued at?
Somewhere around 50 billion or so?
Then your entire HQ is the offer?
I'm not sure I'm following you. What? 30 billion?
That's the value of the building I was promised by Eugene Construction, and it keeps going higher. Is why I figured a building worth 50 billion would do.
I don't want the money, I want the building worth that much.
Negotiating that kind of money is above my pay grade.
I believe we're done here.
I should have looked into his deal first.
Before I go, I'm curious how you found out about me. Not because you've been snooping around, is it?
Where did he...
Oh, he's in
The
stealth
stealth
mode.
skill?
Yeah.
I meant no harm in researching you.
Don't turn around.
Don't turn around. I don't want to see my heart breaking.
A shortage of C-rank gates put a stopper on our training. I was tasked with investigating who was buying up all of the gates.
If word should get out about me, you two will be the first people I suspect.
I really don't want to die, so I'll see to it that we both keep our mouths shut.
I appreciate that. I never stopped to think monopolizing the gates would cause trouble. My turn to say sorry now. We could make a deal. 3 of our C-rank gates can be claimed by your guild if the price is right. I want 300 million apiece.
You're joking! If you could lower the price to 200 million at least, then
Works for me.
Okay, deal.
A parting gift. Close your eyes and open your mouth, please.
Huh?
I assure you this isn't going to hurt you.
That still doesn't sound comfortable. Oh, God.
Did my cut just heal?
See ya.
So he does have the ability to heal
Yeah.
other people with his potions.
Can I take that as a sign?
If you don't go blab my secret, then I'll trust you.
How'd it go? I think that guy is a jackpot bigger than either of us could ever imagine.
Oh my god.
How'd you sell those gates so high? And right before we canceled them, too.
Oh my god.
Eugene Construction only bought the 3 we purchased, and the rest are all selling for 70 million or less. Hunter Sung totally tricked you, sir.
Message? Am I fired? Oh!
This is Chino-san. With this, we're even. So a job change quest should be interesting.
Yep. I'm wondering, though, after they do their 19 raids, he doesn't really have any obligation to stay with him after that. And how's the kid gonna, like...
I think the main point is that he's doing this so that he can be the guild leader.
Mm-hmm.
And as the guild leader, he doesn't have to go on raids. He just has to manage the guild.
Right.
I think it's the reason why most guilds that we see their leaders do these crazy dungeon stuff is because they're guilds run by hunters that are like the top.
Right, right.
Whereas this is like one of the first dungeons that's owned by not hunters.
Right. A knight who defends an empty throne.
I find it interesting that the guy that was conned out of that money, that he wasn't like, oh, how did he get my contact information? I mean, I imagine he just used his stealth skill, but still, he didn't even, like, think about it.
I mean, I would imagine they made a deal. There should be contact information exchanged, but...
Because Jinwoo gave him his contact information, but it never, like, said anything about him contacting him.
I mean, they don't always show everything on most shows, but I'm kind of sad that the healer decided she's gonna leave. And being under your parents' thumb when they're controlling and stuff like that is super fucking aggravating. So fucking aggravating.
I think that in her position, with how she's not very good with the danger and everything, I think it would be better if she, like, opened up, like, a clinic or something.
Right. Yeah, just get healers on the way, or get hunters on the way out when they're... Yeah. She could, I mean, if they could arrange it that way, she could try to, like, get a job at one of the hospitals where she's...
Or she could even do, like, a traveling clinic where she will basically go to dungeons where they don't have healers and, like, stay outside and be like, hey, if anyone's injured...
Healer on wheels.
And that way she doesn't have to be in the dungeon being all scared, but she can heal, she can use her abilities.
Yep. But yeah, I was really hoping that they would work together and then he could, like, help increase her confidence, and then she could get better, and they could just, like, all, like, work together, making each other better. But, oh well. Anyway, that's all I got for you this week. I will see you next week. Bye.
Is there more?
We'll just have to tune in next week to find out, won't we?
And remember, if you like this content, please click the thumbs up. And if you want to see more content, click subscribe. Ring that little bell and click all, and you'll get more notifications anytime new content comes out.